In this video, we're going to talk about connecting with your audience using video with Jamie Cohen. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, she is in the building. Jamie Cohen, what up, girl? What up?
Hi. That was the best intro ever. I need you as my hype man whenever I go anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
If you see a huge dog jump on me, it's because I'm dog sitting. And this dog is a baby and he's rambunctious. We'll be in it together. You fall off your seat and I will get mauled by an 80-pound dog.
Oh my gosh. I can hear him.
But now I saw that LinkedIn was changing. I was a marketing manager at a company.
Okay.
And one of my jobs was to post on LinkedIn and create the social media calendar, content calendar, post on LinkedIn. And I saw this girl named Michaela Alexis, and she was posting about her experience losing her job and then asking for help and then getting a job. And I was just so inspired by her storytelling. I thought, wow, if she's doing this, then I could probably do this too. And it was so funny because she's a good friend of mine now. And I remember thinking, wow, if only she would talk to me. Because I was in a job that wasn't the right fit for me. And I was pretty down about that. I was getting, 50, 60,000 views on everything I was posting, which was insane to me because it was just like, what? I'm glad, like, how are all these people watching what I'm doing? But I thought, okay, well, I've been sort of at the forefront of every social media platform.
Yeah.
Like there was a platform you probably haven't even heard of. I was an influencer on this platform called Juicer, which was
Bruh.
In all of those, you need communication is the key to success. So people started reaching out to me and saying, like, I really resonated with what you wrote. Like, how can I work with you? And I was like, that is the question. Is it, how can you work with me? I have no idea.
Yeah.
And so, but it was just, I continued posting more content, and the more action that I was getting, the more I shifted my content in that direction. And so little by little, I realized, okay, well, I've been giving people advice, whether it was asked for or unsolicited, for a very long time. And people are still asking for it. And I think this is something that I could build as a business for myself. So right. I'm sure you saw in my profile that I've had my business for 8 years, but I've had it on the side.
That's
so it's something
a long time. Yes.
Yeah. And it is transformed. Like it started out in I guess it's almost 9 years now. It started out in 2011 making promotional videos for different companies.
Yeah. And
then I started doing content services. So helping people with web copy and email copy. And then it transitioned to like content strategy and social strategy.
Can we talk a little bit about that, like in terms of just niching down, dumbing down? Do you believe in such?
I think it depends on where you are producing your content. They always say that the riches are in the niches. And if you have a really strong community, that will pay in dividends. But I think when you're starting out, at least for me, I started out really broad. So I said, well, I'm here are a bunch of things I'm interested in. Here's a bunch of things I help people with. But what I realized is the more precise I got, the more I niched down, as you're saying, the more people started coming in because they knew exactly what to expect. If you're building a website or you're building a car, would you rather have someone who like had worked with cars before and like built a car and it was fine, or fixed a car and it was fine, or someone who specializes in your make and model, so that you know exactly what you're going to get? Because if people like you, if people fall in love with your story, if people are interested in who you are as a person, sometimes they want to hire you for something that you're not advertising, and that's okay. You can still do that. And that's what I think people need to really think about when they're worried about niching down, is focus on something that will help you build a community, something that you are an expert in, and don't be afraid that you'll not be able to do all of these other things you were interested in before.
I'm a bass player. I am a music publisher, a music coach. So my audience tends to be a part of that community. How easy it is to find your audience? Is that an easy thing to find your audience? Does that depend on how you kind of shape your mindset, how you kind of form your words, the things that you specifically say, you kind of want to use the right jargon, all those things? Do those things matter?
They do. And finding your audience is a multi-step process. Some people, like with apps and platforms like TikTok, sometimes you tell a story and you become famous overnight,
Yes.
which is very uncommon. But now with TikTok, it's happening much more frequently, which is very interesting. And so when things like that happen, you all of a sudden have a community, and then you can ask them what they're interested in. But when you're building a community from scratch, you have to do a lot of work insofar as engaging. So go out to people who you want in your community. What are they posting? What are they talking about? Who are they engaging with?
Okay.
Reach out to them in direct messages, comment on their content, be involved in their community. And the more engaging you are, the more people are going to be drawn to you. But once you're building this community and you want to niche down, start asking your audience questions. What if you post something and they go crazy for it?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all of your love on this past post, this past video. Would love to hear what your favorite part of this was. What do you want to hear about more? And then people will talk about the things they want to hear from you.
Being that you are an expert on LinkedIn, and like, what about the other, like, where does YouTube fit in this equation? Where does Facebook and Instagram fit?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am not that familiar with the YouTube algorithm, and I wish I were. I remember 10 years ago seeing Jenna Marbles on YouTube and thinking, oh my gosh, she is hilarious.
Welcome to Get Ready With Me to Go Absolutely Nowhere.
Cute.
Thank you.
I was talking about the mask.
What we're concealing are our feelings.
And insecurities.
And these circles.
But we have a similar sense of humor. I feel like I could do that too.
Finding your audience, guys. Like, it is super, 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 super important. You have to find that sweet spot. You have to find your audience. You have to make sure that you are using the right words. You are in that niche that's suitable to you, because it's very easy to get distracted. Super easy to get distracted. Sometimes I get distracted because I want to post any and everything, and my channel is not necessarily a variety channel. I want to post about a new camera, which can work if I choose the right words. If I could just say the new iPhone 12 is out. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Look how sexy this phone is. Look how amazing this phone is. But I can sort of bring that down and say, hey, the new iPhone is out. If you're trying to take music videos with your iPhone, something like that. That's part of choosing the right words. Video counts for what? About 80% of communication right now, would you say?
Yeah, so it's gone up. It was beginning of 2020, 50% of all content consumed online was video. And now it is, I think, closer to 80%. Everyone is lonely, and video is really hitting it.
Yeah.
Something that's really special about video, and just going back to what you were saying about speaking to your audience, is that the powerful thing about video is it's a one-to-many situation that feels one-on-one. When you're looking directly into the camera, it feels to your audience like they're speaking directly to you.
Yes.
And that's why you have all of these super fans of YouTubers, because all of these people feel like they know the person. They're like, oh, I know her. She talks about this stuff. Like, she's so cool. I spend time with her every day. I'm not a big fan of small talk. I like the big talk. I like the juicy stuff. Like, I'll say, hi, how are you? Okay, what's happening? Like, tell me about your life.
Yeah.
Video removes the need for the small talk, because you already know how that person is doing.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join the 340 subscribers. Peace.